Jai Gurudev students. Today I will discuss about you, that is the first function of the plasma membrane, then the plasma membrane and cell wall. Now what is the function of the plasma membrane? Okay, first of all, it allows the exchange of material, it protects the cell from injury, it helps in active transport, and it is selectively permeable membrane. So there is a two type of movements of materials are there. One is passive transport, another one is active transport. In case of the passive transport, the materials it moves along the concentration gradient and no energy is required for that. Transportation and slow but not completed, and it is independent of temperature, oxygen or the toxic substances. Actually, here the carrier molecules may or may not be involved, and movement is due to the, that is, diffusion, osmosis or plasmolysis. No energy is required in passive transport. But in case of the active transport, material move against the concentration gradient, and these are energy dependent, and it is highly affected by the low temperatures, and it involves the carrier molecules, and movement is complete and movement is fast, and process involve either with endocytosis or the exocytosis. So these are the two type of, that is, transportation through the plasma membrane. In case of the passive transportation, diffusion is important one, osmosis is important one, and plasmolysis also the important one. Though you know what is diffusion, what is osmosis, and in case of the osmosis you can recall the solution, isotonic solution, hypertonic solution and a hypotonic solution. And plasmolysis already known to you, so no need to define it again. Okay, but in case of the active transport process, in that one is known as sodium and potassium exchange pump. Okay, so just see the structure. So in this structure, it is extracellular fluid is there, and this one is cytoplasm, and here sodium and potassium exchange pump, and which is ionic form potassium then sodium, and throw this pump against the concentration gradient when the molecules move through the plasma membrane, that is active process. This process is known as active process. Okay, so this one is important. And significance of active transportation, it helps in control osmoregulation, it helps in muscular, that is muscles concentration and the nerve impulse conduction. It also helps in intestinal absorption of sugar and amino acid. Okay, and it helps in maintaining the high intercellular potassium and sodium concentration, which in turn helps in many other vital metabolic activities. So here I have drawn the diagram that isotonic solution, no movement take place, the liquid with the same concentration which is present inside the cell. Isotonic. In case of the hypertonic, if that one is shrinkage take place, cell membrane, plasma membrane shrinkage take place, and water from inside, it moves out from the cell. Concentration is higher, here it is lower, from higher to lower concentration it will move. So hypertonic. And just opposite one, that is from outside water will move inside, that is hypotonic solution. So in case of the endocytosis, one is known as pinocytosis, phagocytosis and exocytosis. In case of the pinocytosis, it is known as the cell drinking process. That is, cell is drinking. Okay, is a process which involves intake of large sized molecule or the liquid nutrient is called pinocytes. And in case of the phagocytosis, it is cell eating process, is the process which involves the intake of large size solid particles. This one is liquid and this one is solid particles, including cellular debris and microbes. So this one is a diagram through which it will be easy for you to understand. So these are the particles, that's a liquid that moves through the membrane, that is moved through the membrane, and that invaginated part of the membrane you can see. So all the liquid particles is moved inside, and the vesicle which is formed is known as spinosome. In case of phagocytosis, so solid particles, so plasma membrane, it forms a false pseudopodia like structure. Then these particles, it will enters into the body or the cell, and which is known as the phagosome. Just like the pinosome, it is known as phagosome. Now in case of the endocytosis, that is the cell vomiting process, means whatever the waste product get accumulated inside the vesicle that move out from the cell through the plasma membrane, vomiting process, that is known as the amniocytosis. Okay, that is known as the amniocytosis. It is a vomiting process. So this amniocytosis is nothing but the exocytosis process. Now next one is that is the cell wall. And what is the definition of the cell wall? Cell wall is the outermost, it is rigid, and it is a protective and supportive layer. And who discovered? Robert Hooke in 1665 AD. Okay, now the structure. Actually, the cell wall consists of a primary cell wall and the secondary cell wall. What is the primary cell wall? It is the outermost, elastic, living, present in the, that is meristematic and parenchymal cell, consist of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin and protein. Secondary cell wall, it is the innermost to the, that is inner to the primary wall, after the primary wall, and it is present in the mature and non-dividing cell, and it is 3 layer, and these 3 layer are that is known as S1, S2, S3, and it is consist of cellulose, hemicellulose. Okay, and suberin sometime present in the cork cell, and cutin sometime present in all the aerial parts of the plant. Now next one is middle lamella. In between the two cell, middle lamella is present, and it is a thin binding layer between the cell wall of adjacent plant cell, chemically formed of a calcium and magnesium. Now what is plasmodesmata? Plasmodesmata means this one is one cell and this one is another cell. The gap in between which the cell is known as plasmodesmata. So movement takes place through this part also. So this is known as plasmodesmata. Now at a glance, the structure, that is this one is primary cell wall, secondary cell wall. So same way, this one is middle part is known as middle lamella. So this one is one cell and cell wall, that is cell membrane of another cell, and this one is known as primary cell, and then secondary 3 layer, S1 first part, then S2, then S3. S1, S2, S3, it is known as secondary cell wall, and this one is known as plasma lemma. Okay, and middle one is known as that is middle lamella. So this is the structure of that is cell wall. Now at a glance, what are the functions? So it provides protection to the inner content, it provides mechanical support, it maintains shape of the cell. Cell wall of the root here helps in absorption. Suberin and cutin prevent evaporation of water. It prevents undue expansion of the cell. It involves in many enzymatic activity. So these are the some of the function of the cell wall.